And now your 112-pound Class AA championship bracket. Ben Morris of Fenton will take on Sam Geraci of Lake Park. These wrestlers have met 4 times during their careers, and Morris holds the edge 3-1. They've met twice this season. Morris, in the regular season, lost to Sam Geraci, but in the sectional finals at Leiden, Morris pulled out the victory. So these two young men, Rob, evenly matched.
Very much so. Geraci, very explosive. He's got a terrific headlock, and it looks like he may have decided to switch tactics against Morris. It looks like he's going to go on the offensive here.
Did you get the feeling in that sectional championship round that Geraci may have been a bit passive with his attacks?
Well, there's a very marked difference in styles between Morris and Geraci. Morris has always been a very aggressive wrestler. Geraci is a counter wrestler. He waits for you to make a mistake. In the match that Geraci beat Morris this year, he headlocked Morris early in the match, and from then on it was pretty much over. Morris stayed back last weekend, let Geraci come to him, and I think it confused Geraci a little bit. And I think Geraci realizes that he's going to have to go on offense a little bit in order to score some points, probably.
.57 seconds remains in the first period, and we are scoreless. Morris and Geraci for the championship at 112.
So far, Geraci has definitely been on the offense, and he's definitely changed his tactics.
And Geraci in their white trunks continues to pound away at Ben Morris. And there may have been a case in point right there, as Geraci, or rather Morris, was cautioned for stalling as Sam continues to go at Ben.
Well, I'm sure that was part of Coach Cherry Ancona's strategy. Get the stall warning against Morris, get Morris going backwards, make Morris maybe take a shot at a takedown that he wouldn't want to.
And for Ben Morris in the blue, he has been so close in the previous 3 years. As a freshman, he finished 3rd at 98. As a sophomore at 98, he finished 2nd. And last year at 105, he finished 3rd. So, you know, he's been knocking at the door all 3 years, and he has yet to step through. And, of course, Sam Geraci last year a champion, so he knows what it's like.
Well, we'll find out in 4 more minutes whether Ben Morris will step through that door. Geraci with the option for the second period. He's selected down.
And now Morris trying to gain control as goes upstairs with a headlock.
Geraci reached around behind for the head, but Morris just drove into him with those hips and took him right back down to the mat. They took the University of Illinois' basketball floor and put it underneath these mats, and it's given the wrestlers a little bit more of a cushion to land on, and it's really cut down on the injuries here at the state tournament. They've done it ever since, and turns out it was kind of a good move.
And now Geraci breaks the ice with a escape, leads it 1-0, and now he is upstairs with the headlock.
And this situation is exactly where Geraci is so dangerous.
And with that option, when Geraci has control upstairs, what are his options?
Well, he can work that headlock to the back for a takedown and back points, or he can try to take him to his back with a neck wrench, which is an excellent Greco-Roman and freestyle move. But in high school style, you're not penalized. You don't get the same number of points for those moves because you haven't established control.
just take a look at Geraci's upper body strength. You can see why he's a champion. Just tremendous upper body strength. Correct.
But he's not looking for that headlock. He's not looking for the headlock, which is what he's so strong with. And that may be playing into Morris's hands before the night is over.
23 seconds remain in the second period. Geraci in the white leads at 1-0. And now Geraci issued a warning.
Interesting call. I thought Morris was in for his second stall warning there, but it came to Geraci.
And now each wrestler has been cautioned. As we approach the end of the second period, Geraci leads at 1-0.
Morris has selected the bottom for the third position. He'll probably get the escape without much trouble here. That'll make the score 1-1. It'll probably come down to a takedown. It may even come down to a stalling call.
Now Morris up on his feet trying to pry loose from Sam, and Sam slams him back down. And now Ben once again will try to get back up. Geraci hanging on for dear life, and both wrestlers off the mat.
Geraci will need to keep him in the center and working, or else he's going to get called for stalling again.
False start on Morris. Morris once again up on his feet.
Trying to break the hands of Sam Geraci and establish some kind of hand and wrist control.
And Geraci determined not to let Ben Morris break loose, and both wrestlers once again will come to the middle.
It's an interesting strategy. It looks like Geraci is elected to try and ride Morris out here. Not an easy thing to do with Ben Morris.
Especially when there's 1:20 still remaining. And the Ben Morris contingent to our immediate right asking for a stalling call to be issued against Sam Geraci, but I guess you really can't, because Geraci is forcing the issue. Every time Morris gets back up and tries to break that lock, Sam brings him back down, and Ben's having difficulty.
The question with wrestling on top, of course, Steve, is he working aggressively for a fall? Just keeping control over your opponent isn't enough in wrestling anymore. You have to be working for that fall, and I think it's possible Geraci's going to get called again if he isn't able to establish that.
And now Morris breaks out of that hold and is on top of Geraci.
And there's the stall warning against Geraci. And 1 point for Morris. Exactly what we were talking about there. Geraci must be working aggressively for a fall if he's going to attempt to ride him out.
It's a good point. He was working, but not working for a fall, and consequently Ben Morris awarded with a point. We are tied at 29 seconds remain, third and final period, Class AA 112-pound championship.
And now we're at the point where an escape could win it for Ben Morris.
23 seconds remain. Morris in the blue is in control.
And there's a reversal. Perhaps. Nope, nothing yet.
10 seconds now left. And we'll come to the middle. There you see the time now in the right-hand corner of your screen. Well, Morris will be looking to escape and come away with the victory. 5 seconds left.
Even though it's only 1-1, it's been an excellent tactical match.
It looks like we have overtime. We have overtime. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. There you see the story. We are into overtime at 1:12. Ben Morris of Fenton versus Sam Geraci of Lake Park.
It's been quite a match, even though only 2 points were scored. Different tactics.
A lot of action.
When you get two wrestlers that are this evenly matched, strategy is so important.
And now both wrestlers just trying to look for the advantage, and we may have a stalemate coming up there.
Morris in deep on that trying to get a leg shot there, but Geraci tied him up, and that's exactly where Morris didn't want to be.
Oh, Ben Morris, show you what type of wrestler he is and what type of career he has had. He has the second best win-loss record in state tournament history, and you can just see right there that he has been a very, very steady wrestler, very accomplished. And I guess icing on the cake, Rob, would be that elusive state title.
Absolutely true. I have to question a little bit here. Morris was ridden for 2 minutes in the third period, and he chose the bottom again. An escape is very important in this match, but still, you got to try and do what you do best. And he may get ridden out here again.
Now Sam just trying to bring Ben back, try to tilt him. And Morris,
he just about had a tilt in there that time.
25 seconds remain, second period of the overtime. And they call a stalling infraction on Sam Geraci. Or did they? Did they? Yeah.
Stalling on Geraci. Tough call in this situation, but Geraci had that tight waist. That tight waist ride, and outside of the two tilt attempts early in the period, hasn't worked for the fall.
And there's the escape by Morris. He breaks on top 1-0.
That's what he wanted. Now, as the second period ticks down, we got to think, will Morris try to ride out Geraci in the third period?
Two periods of the overtime completed.
And you can bet this is going to be the longest minute of Ben Morris's life right here.
The young man who has, as we said earlier, been so close but yet so far away from that elusive state title, now 38 seconds away from accomplishing everything that a high school wrestler can.
He's obviously elected to try and ride Sam Geraci out here. So far he's doing it. And there it is. And Geraci tried to spin out of it.
And Geraci comes away with 1 point. He did spin out of it with the escape. 5 seconds now remain.
And there it is.
The takedown. There's the takedown.
Morris wins it.
Ben Morris finally has walked through that state championship door with a last-second takedown of Sam Geraci.
Maybe the greatest state final match in the first 50 years of this state tournament. A tremendous match. 9 minutes of drama, 9 minutes of action. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Ben Morris had a third, a second, and a third place finish in his previous 3 years as a high school wrestler. Wanted so dearly to capture a state title in his final year. And there you see it right there, a happy Ben Morris camp as Morris, Rob, finally gets that state championship.